This man waited patiently for his bride to appear. Then he saw her arrive and broke down in tears. Will Caesar's wedding day was certainly an emotional one. As he stood at the altar watching his bride walk down the aisle, he wasn't able to hold back the tears. But there was a particularly special reason he found the whole thing so emotional. Caesar and Lindsay Whitehead are a couple who live in Pascagoula, Mississippi, and this story is all about how the two of them found themselves at the center of what turned out to be a viral sensation just a couple of years ago. The whole thing stemmed from just one 30-second video, and Will, who now works as a youth pastor at the religious organization Springs Youth in Hurley, Mississippi, was the main focus of all the attention. The all-important video reduced plenty of people to tears. The footage was filmed at Will and Lindsay's wedding. However, something so emotional happened at the church that the video went totally viral once it was uploaded to Facebook by one of the wedding guests, Alyssa Hudson. Although Will had wanted to get married as soon as possible, Lindsay had pushed back the date. In her dreams, she had always imagined having a Christmas-time wedding. So, in the end, the couple decided that they would wait. The church ceremony took place in Eufaula, Alabama, and on that special day, family and friends filled the room, excited to see Will and Lindsay tie the knot. Little did they know at that moment that they'd be witness to a very poignant moment indeed. The video begins with a shot of Will, a groomsman, and an adorable ring bearer at the altar waiting for Lindsay to enter the church. But Will isn't smiling at friends and family or looking nervous as you might expect from the groom on his wedding day. Instead, Will has one hand covering his face in an attempt to hide the tears that are forming. With a beautiful piano tune playing in the background, it's clear that the emotion of seeing his bride arrive is too much for him to cope with. After a few more seconds, Will totally loses it. He gazes at Lindsay coming down the aisle with both hands covering his mouth and the tears rolling down his cheeks. There's no stopping the emotion, not even his trusty groomsman can do anything. The man to his left, presumably the best man, reaches over and grabs Will's shoulder to offer his support, but the groom continues to let the tears flow. Meanwhile, the adorable ring bearer gives the bride an enthusiastic wave as she approaches the altar. One of the wedding guests, Patty White, told WDAM how the whole church had been swept along with the poignant moment. "I look around and everyone's crying. The whole place is crying with him," she said. "It seems as though there wasn't a dry eye in the room." The video may only be 30 seconds long, but it's jam-packed with emotion, so much so that many people admitted to welling up when they watched it online. Facebook users loved the footage so much that they shared it thousands of times over. In fact, to date, the video has been shared more than 100,000 times, and it's been watched more than 7 million times. People simply loved the way he reacted when he saw his bride, and Will became a social media sensation just like that. "Beautiful. Now that's pure love. Got me over here in tears," wrote someone who watched the video online. Another commented beneath the footage, "That's a man that loves his woman right there." But not everyone reacted in this way. One woman tagged her husband and asked him aggressively, "Where was this reaction?" referring to their own wedding day. It appears that Will's tears at the altar may have shown up other grooms who had held it together better on their big day. While people were quick to assume that Will was brought to tears by how beautiful Lindsay looked, there may have been another reason the bride's entrance was particularly special, and it all has to do with who she walked in with. Will saw Lindsay walking down the aisle arm in arm with her mom, and that was very meaningful for Will because in the run-up to the big day, the bride's parents had not been totally behind the idea of the couple getting married. So when Will's beautiful bride arrived with her mom, it was a pretty big statement, and one that clearly meant a lot to the groom. After the happy day was over, the newly married couple jetted off to Florida, where they spent their honeymoon. Controversially, some people criticized Will for being so overcome with emotion on his big day. Someone commented on the video that the groom needs to pull himself together, but most were full of praise for him, one person describing him as awesome, compassionate, caring, sensitive, and loving. Whatever people think about Will's tears doesn't matter. The main thing is that the couple at the center of it all have had their heartwarming moment eternalized on the internet, so that they and other people can enjoy it again and again.